Good morning, folks. It's Saturday, so is our start date by now. It's September 20th. Captain's log. It was raining a little bit this morning, around 5 o'clock. It was really coming in, but it does look like by 6 o'clock, or 6 a.m. Central Standard Time this morning, it was, starting to push off, and then here we are. So, the dam is currently shut off right now. I have to get out there. Water's a little murkier because of all the rain. Oh, hang on. Sorry, gang. Doggone it. I'm trying to get my little thing. There we go. I got my little ring back up, so if I slip, my phone isn't going to go, less likely go into the river here. Okay, so, last I looked, we are still holding at 178 subscribers. Ooh. Thank you to everybody who's joined up. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. I'd appreciate it. It's free. Best part, and I'd appreciate your support. Hit the bell icon so you are notified. Like, comment, and share, and then just periodically check in. Make sure you're not randomly dumped. If so, just rejoin up. No harm, no foul. Eternally grateful we are here, being able to do some legit mudlarking. I'm about shin deep water right now, so not too bad. Oh, there's a rock. That would definitely stub a toe. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I see some ground. Okay. Woo, much better. So, we're hoping to see, get some flakies and maybe some sunglass. Oh, no, we got Mr. Heron right there. Hang on, let me see. It's actually kind of a nice picture, too. Okay. There's the heron. Okay. So, I wish we had a little bit more sun to work with, but I'm just glad it's not raining. I probably figure Call Dam's been releasing here for the last week or few. At 8 a.m. So far, we are the only signs of life, although I did see my buddy Doug parked up there. I think my other river buddy Joe's going to get him, and then they're actually going to go up to Call Dam. They had a kayak, so that is very common. Somebody they park down there, they go up to the dam, and then they float downstream, kind of thing. So I'd kind of like to be able to do that someday, but we'll see. Alrighty, well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and do one more little wade. So we'll get out to our main sandbar there. Not too bad, like ankle deep water, so not anything dangerous for sure. Pretty stoked. I left my ash locket at home. I do have my medicine, I do have lighters, and I do have my vape. Go me. Alright, and let me shut it down. Ooh, I see an Osage orange up yonder, but I'll get a little video clip of that. And bye. Okay, it's 7:12 now. Hang on. What is that? Oh, okay, that was a cruel joke. Sorry. But we have stumbled across this Osage orange. Now, my grandpa used to call them hedge apples. I've heard that you can put them, in your cupboards and stuff. It's supposed to repel pests. I've heard some people say that the fruit itself could be, and forgive me, I am struggling, but it's like I've heard that it's used in like cancer fighting somehow. Otherwise, it's not, I can't say it's toxic, but it's very, very bitter tasting is what I understand. I don't recommend eating it, and definitely, disclaimer time, there needs to be a little bit more digging into what, if any, medicinal, cancer helping properties it may have, but still a very curious little piece of fruit regardless. Okay, just a short distance away, there's the inside of the Osage orange. Now, before we get too far, kind of a size comparison. Now that one, again, at the very least, they are supposedly helpful for pest repellent purposes. This one is pretty big. This is typically the size I see them, but I apparently lost a small one too. Wild. Oh my goodness, little channel cat, and he's still breathing. Come on, little buddy. It's rescue time, come on. We are real close. Let's get in the deeper water. There you go. Sorry. Oh, he's swimming away, thank goodness. Okay. Yay, good deed done. Yes, I like to try to help stranded fish if I can. You know, sometimes, sadly, I'm just too far away. Ooh, hello. Now, I did find this chippy, and I found that one. Had a little banner stick. Oh, okay, there it is. I'm kind of lollygagging. Like I said, we don't have any competition down here just yet, although not to say somebody could pull up. Especially somebody that's got a lot more experience than I do. Hello, what's that? Okay, no, wrong material. Okay. But otherwise, I am kind of deliberately taking my time here because, let's face it, this has been kind of a little prolific area here in the past. And, you know, not to say that I couldn't stumble across something on the way in still yet. Again, I kind of wish we had more sunlight to work with, but I mean, at least it's not raining, and considering the last 2 weeks I've had, yeah, I'm just grateful to be out here this morning. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm grateful that, you know, God has given me my mobility and my vision that makes this hobby quite necessary. So, of course, all praise and glory goes to Him. Okay, well, I guess let's go ahead and shut her down. I'm happy we're able to, you know, he's breathing, so that's why I was like, let's give him a chance. So, I did what I can. It's all up to you, little buddy. Alright, I guess I'll shut it down. Oh, hold on, what's that? That's a real pretty little chippy there. Kind of two-tone. Real pretty, okay. I guess let me go ahead and meander back here. I don't think shallow hunting is going to be very conducive. It just rained like maybe not even an hour ago, so it's going to be pretty murky and turbulent, you know, visibility-wise. But we'll see. I may check it, and you know, just for good measure. Again, stand by. Alright, unfortunately I didn't get a timestamp, so you can kind of see how murky. This isn't too bad, but I think shallow hunting isn't going to be very conducive today. Still a little cloud cover. We have some sunshine trying to flirt. Kind of makes a nice picture too. So a little FYI, especially to the newer subscribers. And don't get me wrong, I do prefer sunlight. It does help, like, and don't get me wrong, you know, flint chippies and flint artifacts are certainly not the only things that shine and shimmer down here on the riverbed. There are other rocks that certainly do as well. And, you know, glass has certainly faked me a time or few as well. But, you know, and I do, again, prefer sunshine. However, there is something to be said about hunting after a rain. A lot of times, you know, obviously it'll potentially unwash a few more grains of sand off of something and expose it. Also, too, the main part is, especially with this, and forgive me if I'm a little dyslexic, this Florence Type A shirt, also called the K County Pink. You know, that in normal dry conditions can be real pale, white, you know, real easily overlooked, right? But I don't know what it is with chert or flint. You know, it looks one color dry, but then when you get it wet in the water, you know, a lot of times it does stay the same color. You got me there, but a lot of times, more often than not, it'll change up color. It's kind of a drab. I found this little drab too since the last check-in. So far it is kind of a light walk. I'm not real. I see some crows or buzzards off under the Osage side of the other bridge. I mean. Well, honestly don't know where we're gonna. Ooh, well, stripey. What is that? This is a chunk, but you know what? Let's just take it. I know some point I do need to get over to the bonus dad's house before the month is over. I got some iris bulbs I need to plant, and apparently, and for future reference, when I googled yesterday, I was like, I better find out when the best time to plant irises is. I thought it was, you know, like October, but no, apparently it's July through September. Like, eek. Ooh, hang on. Ooh, hang on. Oh, okay, wow, that's pretty cool. Some people going over the bridge. Okay. So I don't know where quite we're gonna go. I was kind of thinking for a second to go to the spillway over yonder where we find all our sunglass stuff, but I don't know. I mean, oh, hello. That's pretty, and that's stripy, and it's pink. Thank you, Jesus. Thanks for getting a few flakies in. I'm eternally happy and grateful. I'm not seeing any eagles yet, but hopefully God will grace us with an eagle too, hopefully. Alright, well, let's go ahead and shut her off. See what else we can find. Well, it's not a flaky, but it's certainly another hedge apple. For sure. That's kind of pretty too. Still the only signs of life, so just kind of seeing. Yes, I know, I throw like a girl. Deal with it. Oh, what's that? This is a curious little river rock. Yeah. I don't even think that's an agate, so. Whew, okay, let's go and shut this down. Again, I don't know where we're going to get pulled or pulled. I don't know, maybe let's go see if Ricky the raccoon's back at the waterfall. Alright, it's 7:40-ish. Now, I might have a twofer. Let me check this one out first. Oh, okay, I thought that might have been enamel, but that's just a rock. Ooh, however, there's a little flaky. And then this, I don't know. Ooh, I think that might be a glower. Hang on. It may not glow, but hopefully it does. Alrighty. Thank you, Jesus. Especially seems to be kind of a lighter walk so far, but yeah, things can certainly change up later down a few steps. I am not seeing any eagles yet. Not to say that they're hidden somewhere in the green spots and I just haven't seen or heard them yet. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of check around this boneyard, and again, I don't know if I'm going to drift over towards the waterfall or the spillway. That sounds kind of sus. But I just see a little bird flying. Kind of reminds me of an osprey sound though, but might reveal himself yet. Okay, well, at least we got a potential glower right off the bat, so that's pretty cool, and I'm grateful. It's got a glow. Okay, we are getting just about to the boneyards. I might see what them shallows have. It's just so murky, but I'm like, it's like a compulsion, you know, I'm just rocked with this compulsion to go over there, you know. We'll see. That's kind of pretty. Alright, 7:54. We got a few flakes, and I've been kind of prowling this little boneyard area here. I think this is where my buddy Nathan found a sweet little arrowhead. But look what I found this morning. And no, it's not an arrowhead, but it's a neat little crinoid fossil, though. That's pretty cool. There we go. Yay. Thank you, Jesus, for that sweet little fossil. Otherwise, yeah. Water's pretty murky, though, still. Dang it. What's that? That's a rock. Okay, I thought maybe it was a hunk of enamel or something, but otherwise, I'm just slowly plodding along here because you could still see something epic and amazing in these rocks. Seeing if anything sticks out. And I sure wish I had some sun to play with, but you know, I'm also hoping there's a bright, vivid pink flint, something or other, that sticks out here too, like a sore thumb. That's the latter's kind of what I'm counting on today with the conditions. So I'm just really desperately hoping. Oh. Uh-oh. I see them. They're flying. Okay, they're in the tree over yonder. What's it doing? I think there's one flying too. There you are. Oh? Hello there. Oh yeah, that's a baldy. He's over me now. Immature, but where are you? There you are. I got you. Yay. That's a weird bird sound. I never heard that one. Okay. Well, the eagle's kind of, I think, flying off towards the other bridge, or nest, more likely. Okay, well, thank you, Jesus, for at least giving us some eagles. Appreciate it. Alright, it's just now 8:03, but still too early to check a Rivercast app. Otherwise, I've found this little drab trunk, and I just stumbled up across this. Okay, it's just a chippy. Okay, that's just a rock, that's nothing. But, as you see, we've been at least given a little bit of sunlight, so thank you, Jesus, for that. That'll be helpful, and I appreciate it. Otherwise, I thought I'd seen something I don't know, I think I still see a little white dot that could be a bald eagle head. I'm gonna go down there and investigate it. Plus, I think we'll check out the spillway real quick. Just make sure that we don't have any epic stuff we're possibly missing out on, but I don't know, folks. That could be an eagle. And that could be wishful thinking, and my eyes are playing tricks on me. I'll rock that all day long, too. So, I guess let's go ahead and shut this off and see what else we can find or encounter or confirm. Yeah. I hear bald eagle sounds. He's down there. I just seen something perch off. Way down. Oops, sorry. I think that's a crow. Well, yeah, those are crows that are flying, but I guess we'll keep pushing. Oh, what is that? That's just huge and rocky. Okay. Ooh, pretty too. Okay. Oh, I think that's a heron flying, but we got two eagles in the tree there. I think so. Wait a second. That didn't sound like no crow either. Could that have been a raven? Huh. Okay, anyhow, I am squirreling so bad because look what I stumbled into. And, you know, it might be, I don't know, it looks suspicious. Ooh, it's broke. I don't think that's natural either. Huh. There's that side of it. There's that side of it. Right on. Thank you, Jesus. That's an artifact. It's broke. It's an artifact. And it totally counts. A little boneyard paid off. Just trying to see if I can stumble across that tusk or mastodon tooth as well. Maybe a calf creek. That would be pretty freaking stellar. Okay, those are leggies in the air. That sounded so bad. No, there are not legs in the air. Just a heron with legs that's flying in the air, for clarification. So again, as a recap, I see two blobs off in the tree down yonder. Otherwise, we have God's treating us to some pretty skies this morning. And again, thank you for no rain, and thank you for this little broke knife end. But let's see what else we can find. I know it's still too early to check Rivercast. It's probably about 8:10, give or take. God, this river needs to fall so much further. I don't even see the pipeline. I think that might be it there. Okay. Boy, they're yelling. They're being especially boisterous this morning. You guys trying to tell me something? Okay. I guess since they shut down, I'll go ahead and turn this off. Guess let's get to the spillway and knock out what we can before it's time to check Rivercast, I imagine. I'll be shocked if they didn't release it at 8. I'll just put it to you that way. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a little closer to our eagles as well. There's the eagle. One of them at least. Alrighty, well, sorry. It looks like he's going towards the other bridge too. We got some incoming seagulls. Whoops. Yep, here they come. Incoming. Okay, it's 8:19. We've indeed arrived at the spillway. Found a drab chippy, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this little gravel area, hug the shoreline, check that area, and then of course, dependent on what Rivercast shows, whether we lollygag or not. So, okay, I'm going to find a shallow spot. This area has been promising before in the past with both, you know, artifacts and fun glass. So let's see and cross and go from there. It's a pretty big bone. It's still organic. It's certainly not mineralized at all. So we're just gonna leave that be. It's probably a cow or something is my guess. Okay. Otherwise, so we have found stuff here. Although I haven't found anything else just yet, but this is the first time I've been on this particular part of the spillway. Wow, that's a big bone. That's probably where that other end came from, is my guess. Okay. So yeah, I haven't been down here. Oh, that's ceramic. Okay. Since, well, spring and before all the rains and Memorial Day and all. Maybe even longer than that. But this area does have a lot of interesting stuff, or potential of it. I guess we'll just kind of kick around. I do need to check with the Rivercast here, PDQ, so. Hey, Sean. Mason jar lid part. Oh, hello. That looks very flinty. That's a big hunk. Okay, thank you. Jesus. That's just a rock. Okay. And I hear a heron squawking at me, dang it. Alright, let's see what else. Alright, it's a little after 8:30. I had to get out of this little boneyard because... Oh, hold on, I see a big flappy bird. What is that? Wait, where is he? I barely see him anyway. Okay. In the meantime, I found a few, found a few flakies in a little bathroom tile. I don't know why, I just have to grab those. I can't help it. It'll be a garden rock all the same. Anywho, where was I? Yes, the dam did unfortunately release. That looks like a whole flint chippy too. That is a whole flint chippy. Huh. I don't think it's an artifact, but boy, that could be a impromptu scraper. There's another bone. Huh. Okay, well, I guess the dam did unfortunately release, so hold on. Okay, well, let me make sure there's nothing in the pre-roll tube there. I don't think so. I'd hear it. Okay, looky here. We stumbled across another big flint chip. Okay, thank you, Jesus. So, yeah, call dam unfortunate release at 8:30. So, I'm gonna scour these rocks real quick while I'm here, and I've got the sunlight because I have found stuff in this area before. I'm just saying. So I'm just gonna make sure we are not overlooking anything. And then, oh, whoa! Oh my God. I know that's, well, hang on. Pausing. Okay. God. Holy. Wow. I don't know. That could be, that's questionable. Hang on. Ugh. Sorry, gang. Try and get my stuff together and make sure I'm not overlooking anything else interesting and shimmering and stuff. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, hold on. What is that? Oh, okay. I thought that was a little clamshell. Okay, bummer. Okay, let me get my focus. And I don't know if, I don't think we have anybody else here on the river. I guess Doug and Joe were going to go up around the dam, but they're aware too of the dam and its habit to release at 8. So they're certain, and I reminded Doug of that up there under the bridge. So they're definitely not spring chickens when it comes to river hunting. They'll be fine, I'm sure. All right, well, I'm just slowly cruising. I'm gonna go check that spillway, and then we'll slowly make our way back towards the bridge, of course. So, okay, we're seeing a couple interesting stuffs. Somebody's whole fishing bag or beach bag. Oh well. I'm not gonna take it. Alright, it's 8:37. Chippy. Got some subtle. Now we need to clean it up for sure. Okay. So we're slowly retreating in. Oh, hello, what is that? That looks a little sus. I don't know though. I'll take it, but it may not glow. We'll see. Hopefully we get a glower out of the deal anyway. Okay. Try and get my bearings. Got a lot of gravel we can still cover over yet. And like I said, this area is pretty good about having some, you find occasional stuff, fun glass. At the very least, we're bound to find some flint chippies. So, okay. So kind of kick around here. I'll keep my ears open, see if we hear any other kind of raptory birds. Yeah, I guess I need to go ahead and work back up here then. Stand by. My, what have we here? I do believe that's gonna glow. It may not, but by golly, I bet you that is. Holy smokes. Okay, I thought that was a hag's then. I don't know, I've had unassuming glass like this glow, so we'll just take it just in case. If it doesn't, no big deal, it'll just go in the trash. Okay. I do need to get a time bearing in. Boo. Oh, is that flint? It's a rougher chunk. I don't mess with that one per se. Okay, so I do need to get a time bearing. And you know what I'm kind of working up against. Come out and play, son. I need you. I got a lot of gravel to cover, but I guess we'll go ahead and clear this. Ooh, hold on. What's that? That's flint. We'll clean it up. Probably drop, but let's see what it reveals, I guess. Okay, I got a timestamp. It's 8:46, and look what I just stumbled across. Wow. Man. That would have been a beauty. Yeah, that's pressure flaking. That material, wow. Definitely. Thank you, Jesus. God bless, I wish it was whole, but still. Pretty material. Little tip of an arrowhead, alright. Oh, we got the sun back out. Okay. And then, over here, ooh, a tooth. I don't know, I think that, I'll take it home. Well, I think that might be more cow tooth. I don't see the little shooter root in the middle like you would on a bison tooth. But you know what? It's a find, and thank you, Jesus, still. Alright, well, let's see if maybe we can find the other half of that arrowhead around here, maybe. That'd be... I've heard of people doing that. Finding the tip, and then later down, you know, weeks, months, even years later, finding the other half of it. That would be... I have not had that encounter or happen yet. But God, oh, hold on. There's a flaky right there, too. Yeah, that's pink. Okay. Alright. Guess let me go put my stuff up. Let me get my bagel dog, too. I'm starting to feel a little peckish, and I don't want to be eating, talking, being rude and stuff. Ooh, hold on. God bless. That's a pretty one, too. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, let's put our stuff up and get situated before we lose something. Yeah. Alright, it's 8:56. We found this interesting. Oh, hold on, what is that? Hang on. I found that, but what's that buried there? Piece of flint. So, as you see, we are leaving the little spillway. It's just, fortunately, it's just too murky to... We got a few little chippies on our retreat in. And we found, I'm sure that, I hope that jadeite glows. Alright, otherwise, we got a little bit of a channel to cross here. Okay, that's getting to be about 70. Okay. Alright, let's climb up. Oh, get my other foot up. Oh, there we go, on the bank. Okay. Now we can just kind of leisurely prowl these boneyards, see if there's anything else interesting you could find or pick up. Yeah, make sure I'm not overlooking anything. I can't tell, still too soon to tell if we're the only ones on the river, if somebody else has come down here since then. There's a white flaky. Probably similar material to the arrowhead, maybe, I don't know. Okay. And shut her off. We'll see if there's anyone else down here or not. I'm sure they're going to start releasing more at 9. I'm quite certain of that. Okay, that's nothing. Alright, I was jamming some music. I was listening to... I've been on a Eurythmics kick. Sweet Dreams, and now I was just listening to Love is a Stranger. And look what I found. So... I don't know. Oh. I don't know. Might just be a natural flake, but by golly, that's... that kind of made me stop, obviously. Okay, well, we'll clean it up and see what we got, and as always, thank you, Jesus. Appreciate you. Okay, and just a short distance away, what is this? Huh. That's flint too. How cute. That's pretty gray. I love the blues and the grays. So that's a win for me still. Hey, otherwise, I think we are the only signs of life down here. Not seeing too much changing with the trees down here on the river yet. Not even some yellows. Over at Mom's pasture, there's a couple of them that are at least, you know, There's one or two that are starting to yellow up, but not so much here. I guess there's a couple, but not many. Alright, well, let's see what else we can find, I guess. Alright, it's 9:33. As you see, I did find some little flakies and whatnot in the shallows over yonder. I am slowly retreating. We're not quite ready for the send-off, though. You know the score. You know, we got all these promising gravels. There was a pickup truck parked under there, but I think they're leaving. I hear engine revving and stuff, so. Anywho, so, I said I'm trying to see if there's anything epic, last minute, bird pointy, just anything. But even if not, you know, we did find, you know, an arrowhead tip, a knife handle of some kind, and maybe a impromptu, you know, hand chopper axe. The big pink boulder, yeah. So otherwise, I'm just going to kick around here. Yeah, I need to start scuffing up a trail, too. Hello, what is that? Oops, I see the striping from here. That's a chippy. Alright, thank you. Jesus. Now, I do need to put my finds up in the bag. And then see if we can find anything else interesting before we leave. I don't know quite what I'm going to get into. Definitely do need to... that's not flint. Nope. I'm going to take some pictures. I always find this. It's usually like a light pink with a faint purple striping. It's kind of an interesting material. I'll have to see if Google Lens can help us out with it. It may be one of the rare times where it suggests something completely random and not relevant. Oh, well, let's find out. Stand by. It's about 9:46 or so. Found a few more little chippies on our slow way in. Come on, son's playing peekaboo with us. I do see the truck, and I think there is a walker. Yeah, I see them. I can see they're wearing a red shirt and blue jeans, and that's about it. I can't tell male or female, so. Alright, well, we're not alone, so. There's that. Just checking around and make sure we don't miss anything else last minute. Again, I'm not quite ready for the send-off yet, so let me, I guess... Oh, hello, what is that? That's a curious little flake, too. Okay. Well, I tell you what I will do is I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to go ahead and put my flakies up and just see what else last minute we can find, which that potential is very possible. Alright, it's 10:01. Found a few other last minute flakies and chippies and whatnot, and I'm eternally grateful for those too. Otherwise, I'm just kind of... Okay, there's a scuff mark. I've been there. Just kind of over checking. God, I wish someone would come out and play with this a little bit, but there's a big cloud, so we may not see it for a while, sadly. Oh well. But again, oh no, our vehicle's still down there too. Okay. I thought maybe our other walker might have left, but I don't think so. That's that either. So, in conclusion, you know, we had a pretty decent little star date adventure, I think. Hopefully we got 2 glowers. I hope. Otherwise, like I said before, I'm just kind of kicking around here. Just make sure we don't overlook a real pretty bird point, which, let's face it, around these parts, that could be a possibility. So I'm kind of just plodding along and taking my time. But that said, I think I'll just go ahead and do the send-off. If I do find anything epic, as always, I'll just throw it in afterwards. So just, ooh, hello, Chippy. That's a pretty little pink stripey. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, there's another. God bless. Okay, I think I may just need to stop and put the chippies in the bag. Yeah, oh my God. There's a pretty big one there too. Okay. So, I'm going to just be running around here, living my best life, and see what other little chippies beckon me. Otherwise, again, as always, I appreciate y'all sneaking off with me. You know, I do all the hard part, and you just sit back from the comforts of your home and just enjoy the sights and sounds of nature and the thrill of the hunt. Saves wear and tear on your joints too, so hash brown thing winning. But I'm always appreciative of your support and your patience and your kindness. Until the next time, walk, short, post, combination, all the above. Y'all, as I tell my kids, be good, do good, and as always, do take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and be good to yourself. If anything else, that last one is the most important, because if you can't get that squared, how are you going to be good to others? Right? That's my logic anyway. Maybe it is possible, I don't know. Oh, there's... Anywho, I appreciate and dig all y'all's truly. I enjoy getting out here, and, who knew I'd enjoy posting these videos. I was skeptical because I hate the sound of my voice. So when Stephanie was pitching this idea, that was my resistance right there off the bat. It's like, no, I hear myself and I hate myself. Oh, hold on, what is that? Wishful thinking, I think. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and shut this down. Get flakies in the bag before we lose any, especially. And then, like I said, if we do find something, I'll just edit it at the end. So, I hope y'all are having an amazing, relaxing, and just a good weekend. And I will catch y'all later. I'm fixing to sign off, and this is Captain as always. Laters. Okay, guys, I'm not believing this setup. I've been picking up chippies and stuff, and then I was listening to Sweet Dreams Are Made of This, and right on cue. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Okay, I'll spare you my singing, but check that out. That's got to be an artifact. Oh, yes, it is. Hang on. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, my God. And I bet you there's a scuff mark pretty close. Hang on, I got to get situated here. Wow. Just, it's got a curious little ding at the top. Base is broken, the tips broke too. Wow, thank you, Jesus. Okay. Well, I guess my scuff marks weren't as close as I thought. Oh, wow, there's a whole tinny ball. Ah! A tinny ball. Okay. Got this curious little... There's the flowers, but it may not glow, and maybe it might. There's my scuff mark. Okay. Oops, I see a little chippy rat there. So, I guess there is this area between here. Well, I do see a little stick, so I must have walked by it. Ergo, planting a stick. Oop. But, I'm picking up chippies, so I'm going to see, just make sure we don't overlook anything here. Wow, I'm still geeking about that broken arrowhead base, that tan one. That was so pretty. Hang on here, we might have a twofer here. Got a big piece of horn coral. There's that. What is this? How utterly curious. It's like a little I guess that's porcelain. I don't know. Huh. Oh well, I'm gonna take that home. That's definitely. That's curious. Obviously it's modern. Let's just put that out there. But I wonder what it is. So wild. Okay. Sorry, gang. Trying to get a closer look here. I mean, it's not broke. Whatever it is. It's got some rocks in here, but I'm assuming that is hollow and goes all the way through, so I don't know. So curious. Definitely a curious little find today for sure. Alrighty. Oh goodness, my bag's way over there. Okay. Okay. I'm literally retreating. I've actually, come in. I'm on the first island. There's 2 people on the river. And oh my god, I am not seriously believing this. What is this? What is that? Oh my god. It's a little tiny bird point. Last minute. Yeah. That is exactly. Tip's broken. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what that is. That's a little tiny bird point. Oh my god. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, it's 10:38. We retreated. I did tell the 2 walkers, by the way, of the gate changes at 8. So they're aware of it, and they said they just wanted to walk for a little short while before it did come up. So it's like, that's when it started. Govern yourself accordingly. So, anyhow, check this out. I think that, by golly, might be a whole cap. Ooh. It is. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, my. Oh. I thought it was like still the whole jar, which it might be. And got the mason jar lid. So that's for my buddy Sean. A whole mason jar lid. Freshly excavated by yours truly, the captain. You're welcome.